Numerology and astrology are closely related. The Chinese, as the founders of the Eastern Horoscope, are convinced that the year of birth of each person is predetermined. The last digit of the year of birth can tell a lot about each of us. According to the Eastern Horoscope, there are 5 main elements annually changing each other. Each of them patronizes certain numbers and quite strongly influences the most important and fateful moments of human life. As is known, the main elements, according to the Chinese horoscope, are considered to be metal, fire, wood, water, and earth. Astrologers agree that the governing element has the strongest influence both on the nature and on the features of human character, down to his habits and predilections. Do not be afraid to learn something incredible. Boldly take the last digit of the year of your birth and find out what element patronizes you in life and how it affects your destiny. Metal, the last digit in the year of birth, 1 and 0. People whose patronizing element is metal are characterized by a very strong character. By nature, they have such qualities as self-reliance, independence, patience, willpower, and the ability to survive in any conditions. Despite some self-love and a share of egoism, such people treat loved ones with respect and know how to take care of them. In most situations, they behave very restrained, but external pressure pushes them to actively defend their rightness and their own point of view to the end. For representatives of this element is most important orderliness and preservation of balance and purity in every possible sense of the word. Their distinguishing features are also determination and reliability. True, sometimes they try not to be part of the monotonous crowd, keeping as if a little apart from it. For people subject to metal, it is very important to know what they want from life, what they're looking for. Then their determination is so off the charts that it can be envied. Having determined their goals and desires, they will persistently and confidently move forward to their realization, despite any obstacles and doubts. With the difficulties arising on the way, cope quite easily. They also play into their hands the lack of fear of being alone. The main thing is to get other people to recognize their high achievements. Among the main drawbacks of the character, whose secret of a last digit of the year of birth, associated with the element of metal, stands out their unpredictability and periodic impulsiveness. At such times, they can lose their minds, show excessive stubbornness, commit foolish and rash acts. Interestingly, such people are characterized by a subconscious or conscious thirst for power and wealth. It is not surprising that many of them become leaders and bosses, and very demanding and strict side of the world. West, the time of year, autumn. The color of the element metal, white. Water, the last digit in the year of birth, 3 and 2. People, subject to the element of water, are quite responsive, charming personalities, ready to empathize and support loved ones in a difficult moment. Distinctive features of the character of such people are also their flexibility and the ability to simply go with the flow, as well as a brilliant mind, creativity, and wonderful imagination. Interestingly, among them quite a few great thinkers and philosophers characterized by independence and can easily master several specialties. Water people cleverly use these qualities to build a happy and successful life. Their communication skills are always at the highest level. In addition, they have the gift of persuasion. This allows them to achieve significant results in the field of diplomacy. Their highly developed intuition allows them to notice details that are not visible to the gaze of others. Wards of the water element are not only excellent organizers, but also successful performers. Many of them are able to notice and determine the special talent of each person and then help in its development. Often, this unique ability becomes their profession, for example, an artistic director or even a producer. However, negative qualities in such people are also present. First, they are often insincere and overly secretive, unwilling to reveal their secrets to others. Secondly, they have a pronounced desire to manipulate people. People who are patronized by water tend to go only the easy way, thereby showing passivity and tendency to indulge others and their whims. They should learn to define and assert their own opinions and achieve their goals with their own strength and intelligence, standing confidently on their own feet. Surprisingly, but born under the influence of water, you need to be extremely careful in too watery places, or better yet, avoid them. The water element is directly related to the excretory and bone systems. Side of the world, north. The time of year is winter. The color of the water element is black. Wood, the last digit in the year of birth, 5 and 4. The mystery of the last digit of the year of birth of people, 5 or 4, associated with the element tree, is that the main features of their character are generosity, high morality, integrity, the gift of persuasion and careful analysis of information. Wards of the tree are characterized by a special creativity and artistry, and these qualities they apply in any case for which they take. They are so industrious that they cannot sit idle for long, so they are constantly looking for a new occupation or job, believing that conscientious labor is the best and proper use of human strength. Another strong quality of such personalities is their confidence in their own abilities, as well as the ability to be content with what they already have, without trying to jump above their own head. Born under the auspices of the element of wood, a truly loyal companions, who never think only about themselves and listen to the wishes and problems of their close environment. One of the main drawbacks of such personalities is their wastefulness. It is common for them to take on more tasks than they can fulfill, which often leads to the fact that the extra part of the taken work is either not performed or performed poorly. Subjects of the element of wood should learn to determine for themselves the limitations and soberly calculate their capabilities and strength. They are also characterized by a certain slowness and passivity, because of which they are often caught in a dependent on other people. The tree is closely associated with the liver and gallbladder. To live, such people should not choose an area with constant strong winds. Side of the world, east. Time of the year, spring, the color of the element wood, green. Fire, the last digit in the year of birth, 7 and 6. Fire element wards are real adventurers who are always ready to explore something new and incredible. These energetic and active individuals undoubtedly have all the prerequisites to become successful leaders and businessmen, because they just love to compete, and win. Fire people are characterized by a special appeal and attractiveness, as well as the ability to communicate. They cannot tolerate loneliness, try to surround themselves with a large circle of communication, as well as constant movement. Despite the increased sociability and thirst for adventure, they are truly family people and very dear to family ties. In the wards of the element of fire can be identified the following character traits: friendliness, high self-esteem, brilliant mental abilities, determination, self-confidence, and oratorical skills. To the serious character flaws of people born under the influence of fire is their excessive aggressiveness and absolute desire to achieve the desired result by any means, even if you have to go by the heads. There are also inherent negative character traits such as excessive emotionality, impatience, excessive ambition, and selfishness. It is difficult for these people to learn to reckon with the opinions of others. The fire element is associated with the cardiovascular system. Interestingly, it is better for these people not to give in to excessive display of emotions, as well as avoid prolonged stay in places with excessive heat. Side of the world, south, time of the year, summer. The color of the element fire, red. Earth, the last digit in the year of birth, 9 and 8. The earth element rules the destinies of those who have the mystery of the last digit of the birth year, associated with the numbers 8 or 9. People belonging to this element are characterized by patience and reliability, as well as incredibly developed intuition. They always behave very responsibly towards their relatives and close people. By nature, they are idealists, although very ambitious. They are quite down to earth and rational individuals, accustomed to solve any problem on a clear plan, step by step and on a cool head. For many representatives of the element earth are role models for their highly developed moral and ethical values. For these people, discipline and ethics is not an empty bell, and their very conservative nature helps to maximize the use of resources available to them. As a rule, they achieve a high financial position and are warmly friendly with money. They have a unique ability to calculate ahead of the prospect of any scheme in business. They're characterized by restraint in emotions, but they also need the love of loved ones. In communication, they may lack a little liveliness and adventurism. Speaking of the shortcomings of the character of representatives of the earth element, it is worth mentioning that they can be excessively stubborn and cruel. It is important for them to keep everything under their own control. At the same time, they are usually guided by their own benefit and personal interests. Most of all in life, they are afraid of the unknown. Against this background, they may even have panic attacks or depression. Element of earth, as a rule, associated with the stomach, spleen, and digestive system in general. Astrologers recommend that people of the earth element avoid being in swampy areas with very high humidity. Side of the world, the center of the earth, time of the year. In charge of the earth, time of the year, in charge of the correct alternation of the seasons of the year. The color of the earth element is yellow.